Working. Good morning. I'm about to drive to Eagle Pass, but before I do, I just wanted to do a quick recording of using images. And there are different problems that we frequently run into with images. The biggest problem is trying to use an image from someplace that you're not allowed to use it from. That's basically the most common problem. So let me just do an example. I want to say I saw a section that somebody added about polarized light, and that's an interesting topic. So maybe you find a video about it, maybe you watch something, you think, yeah, I like that. Here's something from the physics classroom, and here's unpolarized light, and it's being reflected. Only the polarized light is reflected. So it's a non-metallic surface, results in some degree of polarization parallel to the surface. That's interesting. Maybe I'm understanding a little bit more here. If I just search for images on Google, okay, I've got some interesting things here. And I think, oh, sunglasses. You know, lots of people get sunglasses that say they're polarized. So here are light waves that are vibrating parallel to the highway. They're getting blocked. Light waves that are going perpendicular to the highway don't get blocked. This might help us understand, okay, some reflections get blocked, others don't. Here's a filter that only allows certain color through. Here's a picket fence analogy. When the pickets of both fences are aligned in the vertical direction, a vertical vibration can make it through both fences. When the pickets of the second fence are horizontal, only you get a polarized light. Anyway, any of these things might be helpful. Here's a nice one. Incident beam is unpolarized. It's coming in from, it's got waves in multiple directions, but it passes through this polarizer, and now we only have vertical waves coming through. If we have a second polarizer, then it would be it wouldn't get through. So you can put two polarizers together. If your polarizers are both going the same direction and you overlap them, then the light will continue to get through. But if you cross them like that, then like if you took two pairs of sunglasses, you can see, if they're polarized lenses, you can cross one in front of the other and see how it would block out all the light if you turn them perpendicular to each other. Anyhow, any of these might be interesting, and you think, oh yeah, that's the image I want to use, where it shows these two different polarizers. And you might copy that image and try to paste it. That's not going to work. You might save that image and then try uploading that image. That's not going to work. So what's going to work? You have to go to Commons, Wikimedia Commons. So commons.wikimedia.org. I'm going to search for two polarizers, see if I happen to get anything. And I do have some things. Maybe I don't like them as much. But maybe something here. I don't know. I can also go to Wikipedia. Okay, so here I am at Wikipedia on polarized light, and I'm trying to understand polarized light, and this is mighty confusing. There's a lot here. Okay, I was looking for something simple, and it's not so simple. Here, they've got like a rubber band thing that they go from a circular to a linear. That's polarizing example. I'm talking about properties of light. Animation showing 4 different polarization states and 2 orthogonal projections, and we're learning about oscillations, and it seems complicated. Is there something simpler for me? We see some color pattern. Anyhow, stress in plastic glasses. Okay, maybe I'll just take an example of with and without a polarizer on your camera. I don't know. Maybe I didn't find the perfect image, but one thing that I wanted to say is if you find something in Wikipedia, that image already exists on the Commons, on Wikimedia Commons. So if it exists in Wikipedia, you can use it in Wikibooks. All right? So I'm going to use this image, the effect of polarized light reflected on a water surface, because fishermen sometimes use polarized lenses because they can look into the water better and see fish. Because what you're doing, you're trying to block out rays that are reflecting off the water from the clouds. So you can see that here. You can see into the water better because you've blocked the light rays of a certain direction. Now, I say, great, I want to use this image. Maybe I click on it, and it tells me here, this is a file from Wikimedia Commons, and its description page is shown there. I can go to the original file, and so I'm going to go to the description page on Wikimedia Commons to just show you, here's what it looks like on Wikimedia Commons. And from here, let's see, upload a new version. This is an important thing. All the stuff on Wikimedia Commons is in the public domain. And that's because somebody released the copyright. So if you're the creator of an image, you can upload it to Wikimedia Commons, and there's just a small process for doing that, and you just say, I release it into the public domain. That's all there is. So I've uploaded several images to Wikimedia Commons, just pictures that I took, and they're probably pictures, you know, if you go to the Wikipedia page about your hometown, and maybe you have a better picture of some landmark in your town, you can upload it. That's fine. All you have to do is say, I made this work, and I'm releasing it into the public domain. And it will stay there on Wikimedia at that point. So somebody just took these two pictures, you know, one right after the other, with their polarizer filter on their camera. So you have different options here. You can download this file, use this file on the internet because it's in the public domain. You can freely use these images, but use this file on a wiki. So I'm going to just click on that, and it tells me the image or a thumbnail. The thumbnail is just going to be a little bit smaller. I'm just going to grab that. Now, you might have taken one of your own images and tried giving it, you know, well, I've saved the image, and so I just put my image name there. That's not going to work unless the file is on Wikimedia. As soon as it's on Wikimedia, then you can take that. I'm just going to copy that. Let's see, go to our chapter, Law of Reflection and discussing polarization. So here's something about polarization, and I've got a few things to say about this paragraph otherwise, but without giving thought as to where it would be best to put this, I'm just going to go boom, like that. Now, I'm going to go down to the bottom here and show preview. I'm not going to save it quite yet, just to show you one thing. There it shows reflection polarizer 2. And I think, well, that's not the most interesting thing to say about it. So I'm going to go back to the editing area, and right here. So file that thing. Now thumb, that's one option. I can also put something like left and that line. Now that line is shift, and it's right above the back slash. Is how you get that line. Always takes me a long time to find it. So I can say left or right or center. You can also give it a size like 500 pixels. And you can change what it says in the caption. So instead of reflection polarizer 2, I'm going to say a comparison of two images of the same image seen without a polarizing filter left and with a polarizing filter right. Okay, so maybe that's better. I'm going to go back to the preview and look at it. And it's on the left now, since I said left, and maybe I actually like it on the right better. And there's the comparison of the same image seen without a polarizing filter and with a polarizing filter. Without is on the left and with is on the right. And maybe I think it's a little too big, so I'm going to change it to the right side and 400 pixels. So back down here, so instead of left, I'm just going to put in there right, and I'm going to put in there 400, and I think okay, probably good enough. So my edit summary, added a photo showing polarized lens effect, something like that. Okay, I hit save changes, and the page should save, and there it is. It's a little bit smaller now. It's on the right. It's got that. Great. Now, adding video is similar, but in the sense that you have to take it from Wikimedia Commons if you want to actually embed the video. You can link to a video on YouTube, and that can be really helpful. But if you actually want a video on the page, it has to be in a special file format. It has to have been uploaded onto Wikimedia Commons. I'm doing a search just quickly for video and light to see if I'm looking for, okay, file video of Jerusalem light rail.ogv. OGV is, it's like an OGG video player or something. That's going to be the video format that works. It's an open source thing. So let me just do light physics, and I'll put .ogv as a separate search term. Emission of fiber fused synchronized void train, blah blah blah. I don't know what it's talking about. Rolling racers, moment of inertia. I don't know if these, I'd have to watch some of them to see if they're of interest, right? But maybe my search isn't the best. Physics, light, I don't know. I'll just watch one of these really quickly and see. So somebody's made a little animation. And same thing here. If you make the video yourself, you can upload it. It's a little more complicated to upload a video because you have to change the file format, but it's not too complicated. Okay, an object's moment of inertia determines how much it resists rotational motion. In this simulation, 4 objects are placed on a ramp and left to roll without slipping. Starting from rest, each will experience an angular acceleration based on their moment of inertia. A hollow spherical shell, a solid ball orange, a ring, a solid cylinder. Anyway, that's kind of an interesting thing. It would be nice maybe under the law of inertia, you could add it there. Or maybe it's not useful. I mean, so depends on what we want to do with it. But same thing, I would say use this file on a wiki, and it would give me the file name. I would copy it. I would go to the book. I'll just do an example on my sandbox. Your sandbox is where you can try anything, okay? And so instead of the color of the sea and sky, I'm just going to edit that. I'm taking out an image of blue sky, both of them, and I'm putting that video in there instead, which has nothing to do with the color of the sky, but it doesn't matter because it's my sandbox and I can make whatever I want in my sandbox. I can make messes, okay? And it's embedded and it plays when you click on it. Now the size of it you can change, the position of it you can change. What you can't change with the video is, once you hit play, how it works. Anyhow, give it a try working with images. I'm not very good at using Wikimedia Commons for finding things. You can find random files, latest files, recent changes. It's probably better, instead of searching, to go through the categories. Maybe I just need to read through the, some of the instructions here. But if you can go by category, you're probably going to get closer. Download media wiki. I'm not seeing the. I'm going to click on the category here. That's not too helpful. Anyway, I'm still having some troubles using the Wikimedia Commons. That's why it's usually easier to find the file in Wikipedia, because somebody's already put an appropriate file there. So if it exists on Wikipedia, it exists in Wikimedia Commons. You can use it. I will mention, well, never mind. Video's getting long. I got to drive. Good luck. Hope that helps. And thanks for the work you guys have been putting in. The chapter looks considerably better, doesn't it? So that's good. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.